then lied in his online publication, Bokomoso, when he said that he visited the Gaza area. He never did. He came back in a Power FM interview when he was cornered. He said, I'm sorry, I never visited Gaza. Now, if this was truly a fact-finding mission by the DA,
Okay, question.
Why did the DA, Musa Memani and co., who went on a privately funded trip, not think the people of Gaza? Why did they not think them worthy of being visited, of being seen to? Why only visit and come back and say to us, this is what the people of Israel are experiencing? But they never went to Gaza. They never went to see the oppression, the torture, and the humiliation
Thank you.
in
That's
Gaza.
now becoming editorial commentary. Thank you. Respond, please.
Shukran, Mushfiqa, for the question. So I'm glad that the question has come up because I haven't answered it through any of the previous sections of the interview so far. And so this is a very important question because we need to be able to set the record straight. And over the past few weeks, there's been a very emotional, a very malicious misrepresentation in terms of what the DA's position is on Israel-Palestine.
He's running away from the fact now.
I'd like to explain, and perhaps you
He's
can
running
listen
away from the fact.
what the DA's. But now let me share with you. Let me share with you.
Answer the question.
Right, thank you. You'll have a chance to ask a question. Thank you. Quiet. Thank you very much. Just calm down, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Just calm down. Thank you. Just calm down, please. Thank you.
Can I continue?
Right, thank you. That's not a question. That's a statement. That's not a question. Thank you. Sit down, please.
So over the past few weeks, there's been this malicious campaign to falsely represent what the DA's position is on the Israel-Palestine issue. On the Israel-Palestine
Thank
issue.
you very
The
much.
DA's position is
Silence,
very
please. All right, you know, thank you very much. Please, quiet. Thank you.
We are here talking about South African elections and about how we as a country and how we as a party in national government can address those international issues.
Right. Just a shout. Thank you very much. Shouting down another person, as abhorrent as you might find somebody else's views, shouting them down is not in the democratic. It's I'm very aware. You don't have to preach to me, please. Thank you.
Palestine, very sensitive.
Thank you very much. Are you going to allow the person to answer or not? All right, so thank you very much. So your democracy is silencing other people. Is your sense of democracy, that's not democracy. So in other words, that's fascism. That's fascism. Don't preach to me. I know the Quran as well as you do. I'm going to allow the DA to finish. Please finish. Thank you.
So the DA's position is very simple on Israel-Palestine, and if I can share that with the audience today. And I'll get to the example made. I'll get to the example made earlier.
Give the answer,
So
direct
in terms
answer.
of what I will share the DA's position first, and then I will get to your example for the benefit of the audience, so that we're able to understand it. So the DA's position is clear, that we believe in a two-state solution for Israel-Palestine. That ascribes to the borders of 1967. The DA's position is also further clear that we condemn all the human rights abuses on both sides. We condemn Israel limiting the movement of the Palestinians. We condemn the establishment of the settlements. And we condemn the establishment, or rather the violent approach used by both sides. Please let me share. Please let me share the position. And this is why we don't
Thank
understand
you.
each other.
Hello.
And so we
All right, I'm
we
going to go.
condemn
I'm going to
human
go on to the
ri-
next
human
question.
rights
Thank you very
abuses
much.
on both sides, Uncle. But here, as a government, as a country, as a government, and as a country, South Africa is in a very unique position that because of our past, we're able to play and should be able to play. Uncle, so the
Right,
South-
thank you. I'm going to, okay. I'm stopping this question because I think this country has more other important issues as well. People need houses, it's
But it's
questions
also
of land,
important
it's
to
questions
answer
of
this
corruption.
question so
Thank
that
you
the
very
Muslim
much.
community is able to understand the DA's position. Otherwise, we'll continuously get this shouting, Shafiq.
Right, I'm
And
going
as
to go.
an
Thank
example,
you. Can I
if
have the
can,
roving
before
mic,
you close,
please?
as an example, this past weekend, or rather 2 weekends ago,
Thank you.
we had hosted the Palestinian soccer team who participated in the Bale soccer tournament in the city of Cape Town 10 because we believe that both sides
Asking a simple question, you can't give an answer.
Let him go now. Let us move.
Right, we're going to the next questioner, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's come a little bit closer to home.
Thank you.
In 1970, a madrasa in Penland applied for land for parking. Their application was never approved. There was a number of places. The medical center in Rylands applied for land to serve the community of the Cape Flats. The DA refused the application. Now, yet we can sell and see the city selling land on the foreshore for 140 million rand
Yes.
below its value.
Yes.
Another case of property. The council has just rescinded a staff housing policy on the 13th of December 2018. Ian Newson was aware of the fact in 2010 and has done nothing, but yet wants to evict colored people from staff housing. No, you don't shake your head. I raised the forensic, so don't shake your head. Don't
Suzette,
shake your head.
you were in that meeting.
I
You were
raised it.
in that meeting
Right,
and
I
just
raised
representing
the
yourself
forensic.
here.
Now, the forensic that I raised
You are
at the
misleading
time,
the audience,
you need to be
Suzette.
quiet.
Suzette,
The time that I raised the forensic, it was found that directors and managers are living in upmarket houses in places like Camps Bay, Vredehoek, Newlands and Claremont, and have not paid a cent in 20 years. That forensic was taken off the table. Now the question is, how fair and honest and truthful an opportunity are they presenting to the colored people and black people of this city?
Shafiq, another question to the DA. He might as well take this question as well.
Wait,
I think that, you know, Shafiq, the DA people that's Muslim
okay,
here.
last question that side.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to that side of the house because everybody should have a free opportunity, an equal opportunity to speak. That is the rule of the house. Last question, please, that side.
Shafiq, my question to the DA is, they're here tonight to come and ask for votes. But do you know that the DA has approved liquor licenses at school? They have approved liquor licenses next to a mosque. They have approved liquor licenses opposite church. Can they please answer that, please? Why did they approve liquor licenses at schools and opposite churches?
Okay, just a brief answer, please, and I'm going to questions that side. Just a brief answer, please.
So I want to address the question of Suzette. I don't see Suzette. Oh, there she. So Suzette, with respect to you, you were a MACO member when these decisions were taken. With respect to you, it is an unfair representation of yourself to say that it was the Democratic Alliance, which you were a member of, that had taken these decisions, because you were part and parcel of those decisions. So you mentioned the issue of the refused application of in Pelican Park, but also a different issue, and rescinding. No, Suzette, I'd ask the same of you. So in terms of rescinding the policy, you were there. Why did you allow that to happen? So under the current mayor, we are addressing all of these issues. We are addressing the issues of making sure that the communities that are the most impoverished have these houses. In Woodlands, we've just launched another housing project. In Khayelitsha as well. In Kudu, they're
Right,
coming.
thank you.
So these housing issues are being addressed. In terms of the approved liquor license at schools, Uncle,
Okay,
I
one
want
sec,
to...
sorry. This gentleman over there has been waiting patiently. Then we go there. All right? There first and then there.
But there's another question. The liquor license question.
All right, just let him answer the liquor license question very quickly, please.
And that's a very important question, Uncle, and I want to be able to clarify exactly what is happening. So at our schools, currently the sale of alcohol is something that happens at all events, at some of our schools. Perhaps not the schools in these communities, but in the majority of the schools, this is something that is happening. So the Western Cape government is saying we need to be exactly. So the Western Cape government is saying we need to be able to regulate the sale of alcohol at schools. So this legislation doesn't attempt to promote the sale of alcohol.
You are
It attempts to
promoting.
regulate the sale of alcohol. It attempts to regulate the sale of alcohol in a way that is responsible so that it is only sold to adults
Even your lawyer
at
said
these
it's wrong.
functions at schools and not just simply sold to anyone willy-nilly.
Even
And
your
that is
legal
the aim
team said
of
it's
the
wrong.
legislation, Uncle.
Right, thank you. Question there, please. And then that question, and the man in the kufi at the back there has been waiting patiently. Question there, please. We're going to try to get it to everybody, but if
You didn't
please
allow me
keep
to
quiet
answer
so
the
we can carry
question.
on.
Okay, my name is Yong Amaplati.
Thank you.
Xolweni, guys, please. Please. You're making noise, man. You're old, but you're making noise here. What my question here is, my question goes to the ANC and it goes to the Good Movement. Ne?
All right, thank you.
Yeah,
I'd
please,
like to have
man.
a
Please,
question,
guys. Please. Look at you, an old person, but you're disrespecting me. What's going on? So my question to the ANC is this, and even the president of South Africa admitted that in the ANC there has been a lot of corruption. You know, there's been a lot of maladministration, and now you have members of parliament who are in the ANC that are returning back into parliament who have been found wanting, who have stolen money from the public purse. We've got Batabile Dlamini, who has maladministrated Kwasasa, but she's going back into parliament. So how serious is the ANC about dealing with corruption when we've got members of parliament who have stolen from our people who are going back into parliament? With
But
the
you
Good
do the
Movement,
same
how do
here.
they expect us to take them seriously
the same
when
here.
Patricia de Leo refused to answer a simple question? Did she or did she not send the SMS to Uzentia Lempet for Ahmad to become appointed? So simple questions, but they can't answer it, but they want to lead the people. What's going on?
Right, thank you very much. Okay. All right. The question has been addressed to the ANC, and I think let's just listen to the answer. From what I could gather through the noise, I think the question was referring to those in the top echelons having allegations of corruption against them still being on the party list. Am I correct? All right, Mohammed Khan, if
But
you
what
can
is
answer that
different
question.
in the Western Cape? It's the same. It's the Western. All the municipalities got the hawks. in
Okay, this is a question directed to the ANC. Allow them to have a reply at the very least.
I would like to have a bite on that question.
Thank you very much for the question. I think it's an important one. What we've got to understand is that, and President Ramaphosa has indeed been honest and open about corruption, even within our own ranks. What we've got to understand is that we are not running a cowboy republic. We're not running a republic like the city of Cape Town that finds Patricia de Lille guilty when there's no proof and when the IEC has to come to a defense. We're not running that type of a republic. In fact, that is why it was the ANC in the city of Cape Town that also came to the defense of de Lille, because we understand the issue of fairness. However, on the issue of corruption, we have a president who has begun to act. The processes have been put into place, because what you have to understand, state capture did not only affect government departments or individuals. State capture began as has been said early on, but let me say, our institutions, the justice and criminal justice institutions, we saw a problem. So we find now that President Ramaphosa has instituted commissions of inquiry so that the whole truth can come out. We listen to the truth. Once people have been charged, once they've been arrested, once they've been found guilty in courts of law, which the DA, as the party which claims to respect the Constitution, ought to understand, then we will deal with those individuals. That's number 2. Number 3, the process has begun. We found a problem at the level of the NPA. Sean Abrams has been fired from his post. Shamila Batohi has been appointed. So now the NPA can be effective. When issues come out of the commissions of inquiry into state capture and into corruption, and they are brought to the NPA, when SIU investigations are brought to the NPA, they can now act. They've started. We've seen what has happened to Jiba. Jiba has also been removed. We've seen with regards to SARS. Tom Moyani is gone. Keith Sweta is there, a competent person who's serious about dealing with corruption. Our president is a president who doesn't go in with a sword and just stab willy-nilly. As he has shown with the negotiated settlement leading to our democracy, we have a president who plays chess, who understands reality, who understands the legal system, and deals with issues effectively. So that's how we've been dealing with the issue of corruption. Not to say, in fact, I would like the DA to also answer the question, why has a potential member of parliament been removed from the list because she raised issue about being allegedly sexually harassed by a DA MP? You also find a DA MP such as Glynis Breitenbach on the list, a known racist. You also find we have now lodged a complaint with the AG. The Auditor General is sitting with a potential investigation now into Alan Winde, the Premier candidate, 6.9 million rand tender of the Department of Economic Development was awarded to McKinsey without any due process being followed. Is that not corruption? We are not saying that corruption in the ANC is right. It's wrong, and we are starting to act against it. The IEC, when complaints were lodged against people being in the list, the IEC itself dismissed those complaints because there's no legal basis to it. We're not running a banana republic. We're running a republic of South Africa that's based on a constitution which we all claim to believe in. Let us allow the law to take its course. Thank you very much.
Right, the next question over there. Thank you.
One of those questions was for me.
What about the questions people
All right, and that question there, next.
No, he asked a question to me as well.
Oh, sorry, all right, then you have a right to reply.
Thank
Sorry,
you, please. Yeah.
my apologies.
Because this question about this SMS is really immature, and I'll tell you why. First of all, there were 5 people on the panel that interviewed the potential city manager. I was one of them. I never got an SMS. I believe Suzette Little, I think you were on the panel. Did you get an SMS? No, sir. You know who else is on the panel? An external person by the name of Dr. Musa Shezi, who was a former CEO of NASPAS. Do you think he got an SMS? The only person who claims to have got an SMS is J.P. Smith's girlfriend. J.P. Smith, the guy who was going after Patricia de Lille. Xanthia Limburg is the only one out of the 5 people who interviewed for the city manager who's claiming to get an SMS. Let me tell you why else I think the question is stupid. Ahmad Ibrahim served the city of Cape Town for 40 years. He served as the city manager for 11 years. There was absolutely no reason for anyone to try and influence the outcome because he would have been reappointed. There was no reason to remove him. So your question is stupid and immature.
Right, thank you. Question over there, please.
Molweni, assalamu alaikum, good evening. I came in here, the first seat. I would have liked, back in my days when I was fighting, that when I put my cross, there's meaning to it. And even if people disagree, the government disagree, but I put meaning to my cross. Now, shouldn't we have made the arrangement where there isn't one gang there and one gang here? I sat here, my colleagues for the evening left. I don't know whether you should thank me for chasing them away with my kufia, but Yeah, hello. While I was fighting, I used to say, I'm a colored man, I'm a white man in a colored body. Tonight I find I am a Muslim man, I am a blue person with a
Okay, your
Muslim
question,
kufiya.
your question, please. Thank you.
My question, Mr. Morton, is to all the participants. Every year we get debates. We talk about issues that we've talked about tonight, but there's one issue we don't talk about. I want to ask, it's not easy to ask a question in one sentence. I want to ask everybody. Once they get into parliament, most, if not all of our policies are not determined by parliament, are not determined by ministers. It's determined by foreign outside influences. So every party doesn't talk that much about their foreign policy. When I would like
Okay, what's the question, please? The direct question.
the economics
taking a
of
long
the
time.
country refer to the diamonds. Specifically, what are you going to do with the diamonds? What are you going to do with the weapons? What are you going to do with telecommunications in the hands of foreign influences controlled by them? What are you going to do with Palestine? That's been asked already. The point is.
Okay, I don't understand your question. It's more of a comment. Well, what is the direct question? Asking our panel where the diamonds are doesn't make any sense to me.
No, I'm asking what exactly they're going to do with the diamonds. Look, the minute they get into power, the minute the people get into
question,
power,
please.
Basically,
what
wants
is
to
going
cover
to
the
happen
minerals of the
is
country.
they will be influenced by foreign foreign
correct.
policy.
All right, okay, I will ask the question. Any members of the panel here, when you get into the House of Assembly where you might